Hello everybody watching on YouTube, and welcome to race number 16 of Season 10 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series action. I am Levi McIntyre, a.k.a. Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway. We're getting set for 10 laps of racing here on the first road course race of the season. But before we look at the lineup, let's take a look and see how the top 20 in points look coming into the race today. Excuse me. Pichu London still hangs on to the points lead by 23 points over Michael Norman. Third is Matt Skoenberger. Fourth, Austin Mongold. Fifth, Tim Walsh. Sixth is Jesse Setti. Seventh is Chase Oliver. Eighth is Zach Rogers, who is on the pole for today. Ninth, David Rivera. And 10th, Matt McIntyre. And then the top 20 is Carson Gum, Anthony McCrory, Steven Guerrero, Dylan Young, Charles Sanford, Joshua Collard, Kyle Matthews, DJ Curtis, Sean Galligan, and Dorian Facepuncher. So, that's a look at how the top 20 in the points look coming into the race today. But let's look at the lineup. Starting in the last row will be John Cittadino and Matt McIntyre. Top 10, it is Zach Rogers on the pole. Next to him is Trent Dunham. Row 2 is Jessica Sheldon and James Qualls. Row 3 is Joshua Collard and Johnny Gardner. Row 4, Tanner Sullivan and DJ Curtis. And then row 5, Chris Michaels and Tim Walsh. So without further ado, let's get the command to fire engines for the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma. And Ellen DeGeneres returns. Oh, joy. Oh, look at this. This is going to be kind of an awkward start here, when all these cars are going 3 wide on the pacing, but now they're settling it out. But here we go. It's time to boogity 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 go racing. Zach Rogers leads lap number 1, and already chaos had ensued. We had 3 separate incidents take place. First, it looked like it was with Matt Skoenberger spinning in the first section of S's on the track. And then we had a multi-car incident when I saw Johnny Gardner get spun around. And then we had a second incident with David Rivera and Dorian Facepuncher right there. Cars are on pit road, trying to get damage repairs. So things are already getting very competitive here in the early going of this race. But Zach Rogers hangs on to the top position on track. Whoa, a hard hit for DJ Curtis right there. DJ Curtis just slammed that wall, and it looked like he caught the very end of the tires, and now he's going to be out of the race as a result. That's a tough break for the 14 team. More cars getting on pit road for damage repairs or what have you. Zach Rogers continues to lead the way. So right now, most of the cars are running single file for now. Look at this. You got a lot of cars around here that have damage, but are still going to try and keep everything going for them for points. And there's what's left of the 14 of DJ Curtis. Most likely he's going to end up retired out of the race. Oh, and another car into the wall, and that's Dorian Face Puncher, and he looked like he slammed that tire wall. It looked like he was going full speed, and he lost it, and just slams into that tire wall. Or he just got stuck. Not entirely sure as to what happened, but man, oh man. This has got to be one of the craziest Sonoma races I think we have ever seen. And Connor Morgan looked like he got run off the racetrack. The winner from last week at Michigan. Zach Rogers still leading, and now we got a battle for third ensuing between Joshua Collard and Jessica Shelton. Chris Michaels kind of lurking in the shadows behind, same with James Qualls. And now Collard's got to run to the inside of Shelton. Right there in that corner. Let's see if he can make it stick going through here or not. But now it's going to go back to Shelton because now she's going to have an inside advantage. But now Collard's going to have it. And Collard clears Shelton for third. Couple cars about overran that corner and into the dirt. Whoa, and we get a double crash. Zach Flickinger and Austin Mongold both go spinning. That looked kind of similar to what happened to David Rivera and Dorian Face Puncher just a little bit ago. Seems like they just continue to overdrive those corners. And it is official that DJ Curtis is out of the race now, as a result of all the craziness that took place. So we can try to get back up to the front. Zach Rogers continues to pull away from Trent Dunham. So meanwhile, these drivers are mostly single file, though we've got a battle ensuing here, and this looks like for the 16th position with Jesse Setti and Sean Galligan. Carson Gum kind of lurking in there as well. Jesse Setti, a two-time winner this season, won back at, I believe it was Vegas and then Talladega. Trying to look for a decent points day to keep herself in the top 10 in points going into Daytona next week. Oh, and two more cars into that wall. Matt Skoenberger and Angel Navarro. Seems like they just overdrive that corner quite a good bit. Mongold on pit road trying to repair damage, as we are now past the halfway point here at Sonoma. And we might have a battle for second ensuing between Joshua Collard and Trent Dunham. Collard's got a big run on the one car. It's just a matter of when he can get underneath or above the one for a pass. Excuse me. Now Collard's starting to lose a little bit of that momentum. We need to keep our eyes throughout this corner because this is where most of the wrecks are occurring here today. Well, and we just about had one with Michael Walton, Steven Guerrero. Oh, and there's one. Dylan Young, Chase Oliver both get the outside wall. But they're going to keep it going, but they're going to lose a lot of valuable positions. Meanwhile, Zach Rogers continuing to dominate this race. Collard still trying to work that back bumper of Trent Dunham for the second spot, but now Jessica Sheldon might be catching back up to the 43. So this could end up becoming a 3-car battle for second if they keep running the way they are. Well, let's look at a top 20 field rundown. You got Zach Rogers leading, second is Trent Dunham, third is Joshua Collard, fourth Jessica Sheldon, fifth Chris Michaels, sixth James Quall, seventh Tanner Sullivan, eighth Chris Washer, ninth Kyle Matthews, 10th Benjamin Miles, 11th Seth Cole, 12th James McLeod, 13th Michael Walton, 14th Steven Guerrero, 15th Sean Henley, 16th Jesse Setti, 17th Carson Gum, 18th Matt McIntyre, 19th Dylan Thoreau, 20th Michael Norman. Dylan Young on the pit road. Oh, and Sean Galligan's got engine problems. I guess he must have gotten into somebody or got into a wall and it blew his car up to pieces. Tough break for Sean Galligan. Dylan Young a lap down. So far we have only one car out of the race right now, and that's DJ Curtis, but I got a feeling Sean Galligan's going to join because look at that smoke erupting from that car, signifying engine damage. We're going to keep our eyes on this to make sure it's an official situation here for the 44 car. Now he's into his pit stall. And yes, he is out. 2 laps to go here at Sonoma for Zach Rogers. And there's hardly anybody left on track that's got a clean car. And Zach Rogers has been the dominant car all day long. Started on the pole and he's led every lap as he's trying to get his first win this season. Rogers still has a big lead over the 1 car, keeping my eyes open for anything happening off of this corner. Because, like I said, this is where all the wrecks seem to really occur for the most part. Although they're really spread out, so we might not get another incident through this part of the track. I don't know, but keep your eyes open for this between Mongold and Chase Oliver. They keep it together. So it looks like everything's all good and well. White flag is out for Zach Rogers, so all he's got to do is just hit his marks and not make big mistakes, and he'll be home free for his first win this season. Zach Flickinger's not too far ahead of Zach Rogers. But I don't think the 9's going to catch him. So far, Zach Rogers running the racetrack very smoothly here on this final lap. But we're going to be coming into the Apex paperclip corner here in just a few moments. All he's got to do is just drive this part very smoothly, and he's home free, and it looks like he's going to. Getting ready to come out of the final corner to take the checkered flag, his first one of the season. Zach Rogers wins the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma. Domination by that 9 team. Well, let's look at the rest of the results. Congratulations to Zach Rogers for getting his first win this season in NASCAR. Trent Dunham comes away with a solid finish in the second position. First top 5 finish of the season for Joshua Collard in third, so great run for him. Jessica Shelton with a solid run in fourth. Great top 5 run for Chris Michaels in fifth. Great top 10 finish for James Qualls in the sixth position. Tanner Sullivan needed a good run to keep himself in the top 30 in points, comes away 7th. Same thing for Chris Washer. He was in the danger zone, 30th place in points, comes away with a great run in 8th. Seth Cole, who fell out of the top 30, ends up finishing 9th. And Benjamin Miles with a great run in the 10th position. Rest of the top 20, James McLeod, Michael Walton. The highest finishing rookie was Steven Guerrero. Then Sean Henley, Jesse Setti, Carson Gum, Matt McIntyre, Dylan Thoreau, Michael Norman, Matthew Dallio. Rest of the top 30 was James Shelley, Johnny Gardner, Pichu London, Charles Sanford, Tim Walsh, David Rivera, Connor Morgan, Chase Oliver, Matt Skoenberger, and John Cittadino. And the rest of the cars that finished on the lead lap were Kev Shearer, Angel Navarro, Anthony McCrory, Kyle Matthews, and Zach Flickinger. The next 4 cars finished a lap or more down. Dylan Young, Austin Mongold, Devin Becker, and Preston Plord. And then Dorian Facepuncher was 3 laps down in 41st. And then the other 2 guys that were out of the race were Sean Galligan and DJ Curtis. So that does it for our coverage today here at Sonoma. Next week, we return to the track that started this season, Daytona, for the Pepsi 400. But until then, here are your results, rookie points, and regular points heading into Daytona. And this is Levi McIntyre, signing off.